What's up guys, hope your weekend's been well and your boy is back with a new video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go through all the games of the weekend and then go through my fantasy team and how they perform on the weekend. We'll do it all in one video so I can keep doing other content during the week. So hope you guys are doing well and let's get straight into it. Rapid fire, baby. Bang. So the first game of the weekend, we had the Titans beating the Tigers 8-6. It was a very weird game. The Titans came out with a lucky outcome there. I think the Tigers came out to play and the Titans just really held them at bay for as much as that game. That last little play at the end there where AJ Brimson luckily got his hand on the ball to win the game for the Titans. So, fantasy performers in this one, we had top three, Jock Madden with 59, Twal with 57, and Leilua with 50. Next game of the weekend, we had the Sharks beating the Knights 18-0. So the Sharks played really well in this one. I think they were just red hot. Talakai had a massive standout game. He played amazing. The Knights came up against a red hot Sharks team, so I can't really hold them against them in this one. We all knew the Sharks were going to be good. Just didn't know they were going to be this good. So the Knights, you'll bounce back from this one. Top three fantasy performers for this one. Talakai was 75, Mulatalo was 65, and Randall, our very own Randall, was 60. Next game, we had the Panthers versus Rabbits. So this was a great grand final rematch where the Panthers just took it to the Rabbits and really got over the top of them. I think this was more of a showing of the Panthers juniors. They were obviously killing it the last, 3 weeks now. It's like Tago's been killing it and May's been killing it. And now adding Cleary into that squad, they're just going to be really, really red hot at the moment. The Rabbits, I don't think you performed too bad at all. I think you guys will grow from this performance and really gave it to them. Top three fantasy performers in this one, we got Cookie with 77, Murray with 73, and Taylor May with 62. Next game, we had the Wars versus the Broncos, and we got up over the Broncos 20-6. Basically, our forwards pretty much dominated this game to start with, and our defense was freaking on point. I know it was against the Broncos team that has been struggling for the last couple of weeks, but, you know, I'll take that over what we had last week, any day of the week, you know what I mean? We took it to them. Shawnee J was a good back in for us, and I think our centre wing pairing basically stood up the best we've seen all season. So Montoya had the best game he's played all season, and I think having Pompey at that centre position really helped out. So I love Rocco, but Pompey at that centre position played really well. Broncos, too many errors and just need to be better in this one. I thought standout performer was Haas for you guys, but hopefully next week you can come back and really perform and get a win on the board. Top three fantasy performers, we had Haas with 78, Tavanga with 57, and Curran with 51. Next game, we had the Seagulls beating the Raiders 25-6. In this one, DCE's kicking game really just showed out and just held back the Raiders from getting any momentum in the game. Top three fantasy performers, we had DCE 67, we had Whiten 66, and we had CHN with 57. Next game, we had the Cowboys versus the Roosters, and I thought the Cowboys came to play in this one, but the Roosters were just too red hot. When the Roosters start to get momentum early on in the contest, it's really hard to stop them this year. Top three performers, we had Radley with 79, Tamalolo with 61, and Manu with 58. So then we had the Storm versus the Bulldogs, and we had the Storm winning 44-0. Dominant game from all the Storm main players, obviously. Papi, Munster, Grant. It's really hard to really get on top of the Storm when all those people are playing really well. The Doggies, you're just really outclassed by the big names. I don't really look into this game too well because the Storm, they really needed to bounce back. And unfortunately, you guys were the team to bounce back on. Top three performers in this one. We had Papi with 102. Massive game. TPJ with 80 and Kafusi with 53. Last game of the weekend, we had the Eels versus the Dragons, and we had the Eels winning 48-14. The Eels just came to play in this one. Again, as I'm going to say again, red hot, 90% completion rate, and the way they were attacking with 90% completion rate, I don't think there was many teams that could have stopped them yesterday. The Dragons, the effort was there in the first half. You really took it to them, and only going in with, I think, a 6-point buffer. Then going into the second half, you guys really just fell away because the Eels were just on point. Like, their attack was crazy. Top three performers, we had Dylan Brown with 85, Mitchell Moses with 82, and Wanga Blake with 64. So now looking into my team and how we performed on the weekend, I think overall we performed pretty well. There was a couple of players that really didn't stand up to their potential, but we still had a lot of other players that really balled out for us and really saved this week for us, basically. Our back three pretty much nearly scoring the same. Teddy with 48, Xavier Coates with 48, and Nico Hines with 43. All performed really well. Our centre pairing of Crichton and Tago really killed it. So Tago with 55 and Crichton with 51. Cleary and Snyder had okay games. We had Cleary with 44, Snyder with 34. I expect a little bit better from Snyder, but I think they just got kicked out of the game there, so unfortunate. Nanai had a great game with 42. I think he'll still get better on a losing squad. You know, once they get a bit of a roll on, he'll get better points there. Liam Martin with 22. Not the best game, but he's coming back, so give him a couple more weeks and he'll be scoring decently again, I think. Our front three, we had Fanua Blake with 46. We had Payne Haas with 156 with the captain. And we had Kurt Mann with 52. Kurt Mann, I really like what he's doing for me this season with 52 points. Payne Haas, always Mr. Consistent. He's going to get me them captain points. And Fanua Blake with 46. I still think there's a little bit more room for him to grow there. But, you know, I expect bigger things from him now that we're starting to get momentum for our team. Chris Randall holding down that hooker spot at the moment. 60 points. So he's really getting that cash up. I really appreciate that from him. We'll still keep looking at keeping him for most of the year until we look at maybe back end of the year putting in a stud into that position. Our bench basically lined up like this. Hetherington, 26 points. Max King, 47. Tuolungi with 25. And good old Will Penasini came out and actually performed really well with 56 points. So I really like seeing that from him. If he keeps performing like this, I'll keep him in my team. The only thing is, he's such a young player. It's whether he's going to have these up and down moments where he's going to be 56 one point and then maybe score like last week. I think he scored like 8 points. So definitely he's going to be keeping around that squad at the moment. I'll keep him there until I really don't see something from him and I'll ship him off. But at the moment, he will stay in the squad. Big couple of talking points here. We had Cleary coming back off injury with 44 points. I think he just grows into that performance and keeps getting better every week. Stephen Crichton with 51. So there was a thought that, you know, and I agree with the comment that was said before in one of my other videos. Appreciate all the comments, guys. If you want to comment anything down below, I will reply. You know, I really appreciate all the talking points that we come up with here. But Crichton not being able to kick at the moment because Cleary is back. Goal kicking, that's what I'm saying. And he's scoring 51 points, which is really, really good. Obviously, with a try there, that helps out a lot. But I will have to keep an eye on him, see how he goes within a couple of weeks. I still believe he'll score pretty well, but, you know, probably not keeping these high 50 scores without goal kicking, especially when Cleary gets his kicking game under him again, and Cleary will be scoring pretty high again too. We're slowly building a team at the moment. We're doing pretty well, and I really appreciate you guys with all the support. I think we're at like 75 subscribers right now, and I really appreciate every single one of you. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me every week that we're coming into this. We're going to look at the team list video, and we're going to put the fantasy team list up again. Probably make a combined video again because I really think that me planning out the video and I'll smack them out and not be too long so you guys can get short, easy content that you're going to enjoy. So I appreciate you guys. Like for more, notification bell there so you can keep looking into my videos. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.